Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 6 of Real Talk with Mickey D. I really hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you have, simply click that subscribe button below, would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's get into episode 6 of Real Talk with Mickey D. Alright, so today we are talking about a growth mindset, how to have a growth mindset, exactly why it's important, and what other factors are impacted by you having a growth mindset. So first off, I guess talking from my own personal experience is I'd like to share with you guys a little bit of a story. Alright, so I grew up in a environment where a lot of people had what's called a closed mindset. I guess what I should do first is define exactly what they are. Now, a growth mindset is someone who believes their actions and what happens to them is a result of the actions that they take to get there. That they are in control of their life, they take accountability of that, and they ensure that the actions they do move them closer towards where they want to go. Now, someone who has a closed mindset is someone who believes that the environment around them dictates exactly what they can do in their life. And that's quite a poor mindset because it makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel like you don't have choice. It makes you feel like you don't have control, autonomy. And it starts to build up this underlying mindset that you don't get to choose what you want to do. And that then later transcends into you living a life of lacking fulfillment, not really enjoying what you do, but being like, this is the deck of cards I got dealt, and I have to deal with it, which isn't the case. There's so much opportunity out there. I'm quite a young business person, and the amount of opportunity I've already gone through in my life is outrageous. Okay, so there is a ton of opportunity out there. Now, growth mindset, on the other hand, is that you take the accountability. It's having what's called an internal locus of control. If you don't know what that is, I'd recommend Googling it just to give it to you quickly. An internal locus of control means that your inside, your mindset, every action that you take dictates the result that you're going to achieve. And you have to, put certain actions in place so you can get there. All right, back to story time. So, I grew up in an environment that was quite a closed mindset. There were a lot of people surrounding me that kind of believed that the cards they got dealt initially was what they had to deal with. I was born into a middle class family, so I believe that I've got to ride that through and be a middle class individual and have everything that comes along with that. But that's not 100% true. There's so much opportunity out there that allows you to grow from where you are, become a higher level. You can also grow from where you are and become a lower level based on the actions that affect you, but that's not something that's supposed to get you down. Now, it's really important that you do have a growth mindset if you want to, succeed, achieve, do what you love with passion. Having a growth mindset is really important in ensuring that you get to where you want to be. Okay? So let's just keep this very, very simple. Having a growth mindset is not a strategy. It's not a plan. It's not something I can tell you to go out there and give you a 5-part formula to go out there and execute on that. Having a growth mindset is a simple mind shift. It's you going, okay, so the difference is, like, let's say hypothetically, I had an awful day at work. Okay? Now what you could do, having a closed mindset, is you could come home and you go, that was an awful day at work. I absolutely hated that. I'm going to go drink my night away. I'm going to try and forget about tomorrow. The day that I've just had. And I'm going to try and escape from the reality. And in actual fact, that's a terrible strategy. It's actually one of the worst strategies, one of the worst things you can do. What I believe would be a fantastic thing to do, let's say you've had an awful day at work. Let's say you own a business and you've had an awful day of business. You lost your best employee. What I would do is I'd come from, a place of being solution focused. I think being solution focused ties hand in hand with having a growth mindset. Finding accountability and actions that you can take so you can make tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, the greatest day ever. I'm always chasing the greatest day ever and doing what I need to do to make sure that next day is as great as possible. Some days you are going to have good days. It's really, really easy to ride the good days. The good days are easy. Some days you're going to have really, really poor days. You're going to have days where you feel like giving up, especially in the entrepreneurial business space. There's some bloody hard days out there where, it looks like you're going to have to shut shop, and you need to ride through that. What I'm trying to say here is that there's always an option to look at the opportunity, to be solution focused and drive towards your passion at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Okay, so unfortunately, not too much strategy today. All I'm saying is that if you're in a place of having a growth mindset, fantastic. You're on the right pathway. Be solution focused and do that. Number two, if you are starting to have a realization that you could be in more of a closed mindset setting, what I want you to do is I want you to look towards the good. Try and explore the good things. Try and make bad things into good things. On every single event and everything that happens to you, there's a good side and a bad side. Oh, I missed my train. Didn't get to go to the interview. I got to spend time with my family instead. I got to use that time more wisely to do something else. You could ponder about the lost opportunity, or you could look at the upside of what has happened as a result of that. Now, I'm not saying be naive. I'm saying be a realist. Live in the moment and execute appropriately. All right, thank you. I hope that has been super, super helpful for you. That is episode number 6 wrapped up of Real Talk with Mickey D. If you are loving the show, I would absolutely love it if you could just drop below a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, just smash that subscribe button. Really, really appreciate all the support. Thank you very much, guys. Go out there and crush it. See ya.